My name is Patrick McSharry. I'm a professor at Carnegie, Mellon University in Rwanda. My research interests are in data science, which involves helping people make better decisions. Thanks to open data policies and advances in technology, we live in a world which is overflowing with data. With the Internet of Things, devices are constantly transmitting bits of information which tell about where we are, what we're doing, and what we're purchasing. The main thrust of my research is to harness this resource and to improve the way we live. How can we turn this data into information and into insights and eventually into actions that are truly useful to help us as individuals, organizations, and society? The applications of big data are extremely broad. Scientists have been using big data for decades. The big difference now is using big data about social behavior. So one place where big data can be applied is in healthcare. So for example, in Kigali, if someone has malaria, it's often the case that they will go directly to the pharmacy to get the necessary drugs rather than going to a clinic or going to see a doctor. We use point of sales data from pharmacies around Kigali to infer the rates of malaria, trends in the data, and also understand the relationship with the rainy seasons. We found that incidence of malaria was very high 2 months after the rainy season, which means that we now have an ability to forecast malaria incidence, but also to plan when it's optimal to take anti-malarial drugs. One approach to measuring poverty is to look at alternative sources of big data as proxies. And a way to think about poverty is to look at the amount of disposable income. So our approach was to look at nightlight data from satellites and also the number of calls and mobile ownership from call detail records in different geographical locations around Rwanda. So this gives us the ability to monitor poverty levels at a monthly basis in real time across different geographical locations in Rwanda. One obvious application of this is to see if policies are working, but also to figure out how to target different development projects around the country. Yes, with regard to open data policies, Rwanda has been the first country in Africa to provide a dashboard for monitoring inflation through what's known as the Consumer Price Index. In collaboration with the National Institute of Statistics, we provided this dashboard to visually monitor prices and to understand how inflation is changing and to download this data for individuals all around the world. So this new dashboard allows anyone, whether a Rwandan citizen or anyone elsewhere in the world, to log on, download data and understand how inflation is changing over time in Rwanda. And we're hoping that the success of the open data policy will encourage other countries to do similar things with their official data sets. Get ready for the big data revolution in Africa.